it is July, my guys, and you know what that means. It's another time for one of them junky Criterion Collection sales. Before I hop over there, Universal's trying to compete with their own 50% off sale, but as you can see, just a bunch of garbage, nothing at all. But Barnes & Noble is wising up. They're selling Jess slipcovers now, which, you know, that's a good sign. But here we are, we at the Criterion section. You know, everything's 50% off, which means, you know, it's only just a little overpriced. And you're gonna notice the problem with Criterion is, like, look at these movies. Like, is there anything, like, here that's even mildly appealing, anything you've ever heard of? Like, people keep talking about that Dazed and Confused. I hear people talk about this Brood, because it's from that, like, Dave Cronenberg, who, like, did that Fly movie, but, like, Breakfast Club I've heard of, but, like, yeah, that's a movie no one's gonna want to watch now. That's just something, like, your grandparents are gonna sit down. That's the problem. It's just, like, they put out movies for, like, grandparents, and they put out movies for people that can't speak English, you know, and that's just not what I'm about. That's probably not what you're about. I don't know, like, it's just, I have not seen anything here. I'm just like, yeah, I need to buy this. It's gonna be worth money. Like, it's so much pretentious crap. Like, Bottle Rocket, like, anytime, like, I hate those kind of covers, you know? Like, I don't like the art style they use. Like, they don't have, like, a cool comic book style. It's just very, like, you know, it's like trying to make, like, an art piece or something. It's just like, this isn't a museum, you know? And then you got freaks back there. The only people who are going to buy that are freaks themselves. And don't be misled by that Godzilla either. That is a garbage movie. That is not the 2014 classic or the 98 movie. I was just holding Inland Empire. That's not a movie I'd recommend. David Lynch, you know, I don't know. He's just like some meth head, and they just give him a camera and he does what he wants. You don't need to participate in that crap unless, like, you just kind of have a death wish, you know, it's like, you know, for your time, because you're just wasting your time. They put out a lot of streaming movies, like, that no one really wants to watch, like Marriage Story. Like, I don't know, like, what do I need to watch a movie about two people, like, getting a divorce, you know? If I want to do that, I can experience that in real life. What do I need to watch a movie for that for? You know, Last Picture Show. If they made more movies like The Last Picture Show, it really would have been The Last Picture Show, because no one would keep going to the theater. Like, and look at this, is like some, like, a bunch of, like, 1930s crap, a bunch of foreign crap, a bunch of pretentious crap. I don't know how many times I can say it, you know? Like, what have you bought, like, through Criterion? What have you been like, yeah, this is something that I really liked. It's one of my favorite movies. I watch it, you know, like, every couple months because it just really speaks to me. It's really good. Fantastic Mr. Fox. That's them attempting to, like, be cool. You know, they're like, oh, we'll get an animated movie. We'll appeal to a wider demographic, but they didn't. It was just crap, pretentious garbage. Beatles. No one listens to the Beatles anymore. Again, like, it's just like, yeah, you know, people listen to K-pop now. You know, they listen to Taylor Swift. If they really wanted to, like, really get, like, a nice, young, hip audience, they would put the Eras Tour from Taylor Swift on Blu-ray, you know, or 4K, preferably 4K. Like, that's something people would actually probably rush out and buy, you know. But Beatles is, I don't know, like, that is an old man's music, you know. That's not even what people call dad rock. That's what they call great grandpa rock, you know. I'm not listening to that, neither are you. I don't know. I just don't understand the way they think. Another biopic. I don't like these music biopics, you know. They never, like, get, like, musicians that are, like, of my time, you know, or your time. It's just always like this ancient relic. I don't know. Like, does that make sense? Like, it's never, like, anyone modern, you know. Like, why not do, like, a Taylor Swift biopic? That's something people would rush to the theater for. You know, instead we're just gonna do, like, Elvis. You know, there's been, like, 8 million Elvis, like, Presley, like, biopics, you know, Queen. Like, they're probably gonna make, like, a David Bowie one, you know. It's just like Michael Jackson, like, artists people have, like, not cared about in probably, like, 50 years, but here we go. Let's just throw it out there when they're no longer relevant. Like, they did one for Elton John. You guys see this Parasite movie? That was dumb. Not a single English word. Then we got this another Netflix movie, but here's the crazy part. That's a new movie and it's on DVD. I don't even understand. I thought they gave up on DVDs. I thought that was the one, you know, wise decision they made, but here it is. DVD, that's gonna sit here for an eternity. Who in their right mind, like, you're a boutique company, a collector company, who is gonna buy a DVD of that? I really am fascinated to find out who in the comments could admit that they're going to buy a Criterion DVD in 2024, because honestly, like, you need to go see a psychiatrist because you are sick in the head. That has a slipcover, actually, that Pink Flamingos. That's kind of interesting. I'm sure the movie's just pretentious crap, but nice to know. You know, it's never going to go out of print because it's Criterion. That's the other problem. You know, they don't ever put any of this stuff out, like, out of print. It's just like, once it's in print, it just stays. And then we got that movie. I think that's the movie with, like, what is it, like, Cube Ice and, like, Chris Tucker, I think. That one in front, Menace to Society. That's kind of cool. Mean Streets, you know. Honestly, like, that's before, like, I don't know. I've even heard from, like, Scorsese fans that that's, like, a movie that came out, like, after he was, like, good. And Martin Scorsese really is an overrated director. You know, he can't even identify, like, that, like, Marvel movies are good. So it's just, I don't know. Like, people always go on about Goodfellas and stuff. That movie, go watch it. It's not good. It's not tense. It's not scary. It's not interesting. It's just a bunch of people, like, talking in, like, crazy accents. It's just dumb. And then we got this Seven Samurai. Don't buy that. That's going to go on 4K. And even when it comes on 4K, here's a pro tip for you. Don't buy it because it's black and white. I don't understand why anyone picked that up, because, again, you know, black and white movies on a 4K format, you know, that's not a collector item. Like, that's something that, like, you give to a guy in a nursing home just because he wants to feel like he's living in what he thinks is the modern time because he can't remember what year it is. You know, that's not something a young, hip person is going to want to consume. But, you know, here we are. Criterion keeps pulling it out. That was War of the Worlds back there we passed. And no, it is not the good one from the 2000s. It's like some, like, 1950s movie. Again, you know, they just don't put out the right movies. Like, sign the deals. Silence of the Lambs. Again, that's not even, like, the good, like, Hannibal movie. Like, Kino put out Hannibal, which Hannibal's alright, but Hannibal Rising, again, that's the scariest one. But no one ever thinks to put that one out. You know, it's always just like, Silence of the Lambs, Silence of the Lambs. Stop putting out Silence of the Lambs. It's not a good movie. It's not an exciting movie. It's not anything anyone's gonna want to watch. I don't understand. I just don't understand this label. You know, they did just get bought out recently by, like, some dude. I really don't think that they're going to be around much longer. I made a video on it. You can check it out. I think the clock is ticking on Criterion. I think their days are numbered. I would say if you are interested in the Criterion, you might want to pick it up now. I don't think they're going to get that expensive because, again, you know, they print like 500 million copies. Again, here's Blue Velvet, just came out in 4K. No one's buying it because everyone's wised up to Dave Lynch because they realize he's just a pretentious asshole. And then more Last Picture Show. Again, they'll call it the Last Picture Show for a reason because they thought it'd be the last movie to ever get released because it's so boring. Night of the Living Dead, that's an old-timey movie. It's not like the first zombie movie because I think that's that zombie movie by, like, that foreign Italian man, but, like, it's still pretty old. WALL-E, again, not even that great of a Pixar movie. I would say that's like a low-tier movie. I don't know why they didn't put out, again, you know, like the Cars trilogy. Imagine, like, a cool, like, 4K set of the Cars trilogy from, like, a boutique label. Uncut Gems. Do you guys watch that? I don't understand why, like, people, like, get infatuated with, like, Adam Sandler when he's, like, in one of them non-comedy movies. Like, I'm only into him in the comedies. Anytime he does something like Punch Drunk Love, Spanglish, anything like that, I'm just kind of like, I go, boring. Where's the jokes? You know, where's him making his funny faces and his funny sounds and his funny voices? We don't get any of that. So I just lose interest and I just, you know, try and move on to something else. Usually I just pop in Grown Ups or Grown Ups 2, you know, because those are two, like, peak movies, I would say, you know. His older movies aren't as good, but I think, like, if you kind of, like, get into him around, like, you know, not even mid, like, kind of like the late 2000s, that's really when Adam got great. Look at that. They're even putting out, like, TV shows now. I think this is just a couple episodes of that Twin Peaks show. Who cares about that crap? Not even very good. I've tried watching that, and that's more meth head crap from Dave Lynch. I don't know. It's just a bummer, you know. I wish these sales had better movies because it's just, I'm leaving empty-handed again because Criterion doesn't know what to do. So I'm trying to see if maybe I can find, like, a couple sick Arrow releases, maybe something rare that no one knows is here. They got of course, the Conan stuff, but What is it? It's not 4K. It's just Blu-ray. There's a reason it's here. That Blu-ray set is absolutely worthless. Don't even consider it. That's Blu-ray too. This just came out, Witness. I don't know what it is. But that about wraps it up, my guys. Thanks for checking it out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and go check out and see if you can find anything worthwhile during the sale.